if you guys don't know, we did the Diddy countdown. My legal sources were saying, and you can check on the calendar, that there would be an arrest made. It's all but certain between at earliest sometime in April, the latest. The date was May 17th. Now, if you remember, I did say the only thing that could change this is if the investigation is expanded or if they get people to flip. Because when you go in front of a grand jury, you want to make sure you get it the first time. Ain't no You want to make sure the evidence you are bringing, he is gone and gone for good. And baby, they don't just raid houses like that on some hearsay. Well, baby, remember when we did that thing on Brandon? Diddy's alleged mule that he would probably be the first to fall. Brandon came from a prominent family. Baby, his mom ain't want those church folks gossiping about her, assuming they go to church. Remember, we kept saying that Brandon, out of everybody, looked like he would be the easiest to flip.
Need the snitch.
Even though he rolled hard with Diddy, out of all the people he kept around him, Moy, KK, all those people, they've been with Diddy for decades. This boy just came in like what, for 4 years at the most. He would have the most to lose and be easiest to flip. They moved in on him and they hit him with 2 felony charges. Now, y'all remember when I was like, yo, something's going on because you got 2 felony charges and the feds just decided to drop it down to 1. I guess I didn't know they were that accommodating. Well, baby, the writing is on the wall and it looks to me like there's a plea deal. It looks to me like Brandon decided to talk. It looks to me like what my sources said is right. This investigation has been expanded. They want to bring everything in front of the grand jury, but most importantly, they also want to make sure they have an ironclad indictment written so we can finally get some justice. Baby, don't blame me. That's the way the feds work. How do we know that Brandon has flipped? Okay, let me tell y'all something about the feds. They can be petty. They can be vindictive. Baby, nobody, listen, you know the term righteous fury. That was written for anything dealing with the feds, right? When the feds have you in their sights, and let's just say that Diddy's team is so ragtag good that they evaded, and Diddy's in the clear. That's why Misa's back to partying with him. Miss, black men need therapy. I guess not the black men that Diddy liked to hire. I guess just the black men you made, right? It is what it is, right? Everybody only cares about the people they care about. But I was like, if they could evade it, the feds would be spitting mad. Anybody in Diddy's orbit, they would try to throw the book at to teach a lesson. On top of that, the feds, as far as I know, as a black woman, and again, correct me if I'm wrong, race does play into stuff. They have never been generous, especially when they need you to flip and they need the information you have. Baby, why did the feds offer Brandon not even time, not even a guilty plea with a plea deal of nothing? They offered to put him into a diversion program for a federal felony drug offense. Now, listen, I know what y'all saying. Well, not y'all, but the people that, Tisa, please, that's just normal. No, let me tell you something. Getting into these diversion programs are a gift. And if it's just me, the feds do not invite people to go into diversion programs when you are literally arrested because you were standing next to the man that they literally had to do a Call of Duty Part 4 raid on the house and that they are salivating at taking down. Baby, you can believe what you want, but let's get into this because, baby, it looks like my sources were correct. It looks like it has been expanded. It looks like Diddy, and listen, you'll know when Diddy's lawyers are triumphant for it to be like, oh my God, it's over. They ain't pressing no charges, blah, blah. You will know because the feds will announce we have closed the investigation and Diddy's lawyers will do a victory lap saying the feds have closed the investigation. And like we said, there was nobody. Like we said, this was a witch hunt and we're going to pursue this and go after anybody that said anything different. And Kristen Combs is going to try to. Can we take a moment and talk about Christian Combs'
he gonna make
garbage
a song.
diss track?
Make another song,
50 Cent, whoever else. You saw Kendrick was having a moment. You saw us jam into They Not Like Us, and you decided to put out a struggle Nepo mumble rap. Listen, I'm sure Christian is very, very talented.
It was all right.
But Diddy needs to put him through the making of the band Then again, we saw what the making of the band members had to deal with. So I don't know. Let's get into this.
Put your
Diddy's
son.
alleged blank mule accepts a deal.
Hey, that nigga need to put his son in making a band. What's the name of that show? Making a band. That'd be crazy.
In the drug case, no jail time. He accepted a deal with the feds. He will completely avoid jail time. But what's more, in this diversion case, he won't even have this arrest on his permanent record. You know, Ma
Wow.
and Paul, Brendan Paul,
Dang.
were not going to let their little baby that comes from a good community and an affluent thing have anything dealing with this on his record. I think the family's lawyer stepped in and said, listen, I know this man promised you was going to be a star, but baby, we haven't seen anything come above it. So we're going to have to just let that go. They said Diddy's alleged mule, Brendan Paul, struck a good deal in his case. Even TMZ has to say it's a good deal. Sounds like a plea deal to me. Sound like keep talking, because he ain't going to be doing any time behind bars. Anybody that has dealings with the feds, tell me times you see people not only beat federal felony drug charges when they catch you with stuff while you're in the center of a huge investigation of somebody they want to take down. It's almost unheard of unless you play ball. Brendan's attorney, Brian Bieber, tells us Brendan accepted the prosecutor's offers to permit his entry into the diversion program, which, after completion, the case against him will be dismissed in its entirety. It's not even going to be on his record that he was charged with this. It's going to be dismissed in its entirety. You guys, tell me this ain't a plea deal. A rep for the Miami-Dade state attorney,
He must not have nothing on his record. That must have been the first time he got in trouble or something.
they also comment on where Jonathan Adi is? Confirms this as well, telling TMZ this was a standard offer to a nonviolent defendant with no priors, who was arrested for a possession case instead of a much more serious trafficking case. You guys, they're saying the quiet part a lot. They could have gotten him for trafficking. The feds are petty. If you want to be like, you don't go to the feds and be like, you barely got any evidence. The feds will be like, and we still taking you down with that little evidence, right? Also, it's a standard offer if you have a nonviolent defendant with no priors. However, they are saying it's a standard offer if you are not in. Again, you guys, the felonies, right? It is not. They usually do probation. They do something. Look at the standard offers. It is a standard offer they can offer, but it is not a standard offer that everyone is unilaterally offered. Because if it was, TMZ and everyone would have been like, he's probably going to go into a diversion program. You guys, it's no big deal. Again, when people start talking, you can't put them in any type of danger. You can't make it seem like they're talking, right? But the legal community, I think we can read the writing on the wall. The rep confirms Brendan has enrolled in a drug diversion program, which should last at least 6 months. Technically, the case and the charge are still pending until the course is completed. That's right, Brendan. They can charge you back down if you decide. Let's see if Brendan and Diddy are hanging out together again. Let's see. Diddy,
You better cut ties.
Are you going to have a welcome home party for Brendan? I'm curious. Are you going to put him on your Snapchat and your Instagram? I'm curious. Is he going to be right back to chilling with Young Miami? I'm curious.
It is.
But there will be no jail time or probation if Brendan completes the course without issue. This seems like a best case scenario for Brendan Paul, a really best case scenario, who was charged with a felony drug offense in April. Now, TMZ did break the story that Brendan was slapped with. He was arrested on 2 felony counts. He was slapped with 1 felony count of possession following his March arrest. Brendan, get this, what they let slipped out. Previously worked as Diddy's main assistant, was booked after authorities allegedly found blankety blank and blankety blank candy in his bag, which is what Little Rock City had. On top of that, that's an interesting thing. Brendan has quit. Brendan cut ties with Diddy. He has quit. That's interesting thing for you to slip in. Again, if it's not a plea deal and he caught this case, Brendan, why would you quit? KK's still working. Moy's still working. The gang's all there. Why are you not working for Diddy anymore, Brendan? Does Diddy think you're compromised? I don't know. The arrests occurred around the same times on the same day as the raids, pretty much at the same time. Well, if it's Los Angeles and Miami homes as part of the investigation into recent allegations of blank trafficking, illegal bang bang possession, and more. Now TMZ is saying it's more. Thought they were going to beat this case. The feds have not closed their investigation toward Diddy. It looks like they've
Oh shoot.
expanded because,
Oh
yeah, they've
shoot.
officially announced their first plea deal. Diddy has faced bombshell claims in the 5 different civil lawsuits, all which he's vehemently denied, was not detained following the raids. That's not how the feds work, baby. His attorney, Aaron Dreyer, maintained his client's innocence, slamming the raids as an excessive show of force. I don't know, y'all. Looks like my sources were right. We're gonna have to wait to see the way this cookie crumbles. But let me tell you something. There's a reason why everybody is keeping quiet, not defending Diddy. There's a reason why the only people that are
That's crazy, bro. Ain't no celebrities talking about Diddy. I don't think, right? Like, like, okay, when the thing happened with Gunner, like, you know what I'm saying? Everybody want to talk about Gunner. Or when the thing happened about Thug, everybody say Free Thug. But ain't nobody mentioning Diddy. Except his son. Head. Yo. It's your boy Kevin, man. Y'all like the video, man. Make sure you like the video. I'm going to see you on the next one, alright?